What is happening, people? Be with you in just a second. If this wants to let me load, I just need to get my community post rolled out. Crazy. Yeah, I think we're good. Okay, we're sweet. Get my community post rolled out and we'll get cracking. Bear with me. Okay, hang on a minute. Gonna ping the Discord and we're gonna get cracking. Okay. There we go. Sorry about that. We should be good to go. Where's my live stream chat? Where we at? Where we at? Sorry, this always takes too long. There we go. What's up? What's up? What's up? Turtles, what's up, man? Look at you guys flying in. Ivan, what's up, man? Definitely not me, but good. I appreciate it. How we doing, man? I actually am interested in it, Thug. We actually broke it down on the pod earlier today, which should be out later tonight. I'm actually interested in it. Originally, I wasn't. I thought it was a Kayla Harrison walkover, but the more I thought about it, Will sold me on it very well. Very well. And I actually think Juliana Pena is going to get the win. And I originally didn't think that, but it took about 15 minutes of convincing. And I have to say, he had a very strong sales pitch as to why. And we'll get stuck into that pretty soon once a few more people roll in. But I'm intrigued now. I originally wasn't, but now I definitely fucking am. So excited, man. But yeah, I've had a pretty long day. I can't lie. A lot of calls. With various people, man. It's been really cool. I actually had a chat with Patrick Gavia. If you know him, of course, MMA documentary fame, the GOAT of the game. You'll probably know who he is. But was really insightful. Was really great to chat with him. Literally about a couple of hours ago. Exactly the same wired brain as me. And when you're with someone, you can converse with someone on that same wavelength. Yeah, I love it, man. It was great. So we did that. Had the podcast, business call. Yeah, a lot of stuff going on. So not much time for actually editing. We're still behind on that, massively behind. Just because I've been ill. I've been ill the last few days, pretty bad. So like proactive editing and deep dive work has been tough. But I'm feeling better today, a little bit on the mend. So been good, been good. Yes, sir. Kayla by round 3. I don't think she has the cardio. And think about how excruciating that weight cut is. That's something you have to consider. That weight cut is going to be crazy. I think people forget that. She's never made championship weight. Keep in mind, the margins are much different when you're fighting for a belt. So keep that in mind. It's going to be tough for Kayla. What's up, Pon? My man. How you doing? My man. I have to ask, I'm thinking about putting money on Juliana. I think it's a good punt, Mo. She's a huge underdog. She's like a is it minus or plus? Whichever way. 525, give or take. Around along those lines. Which to me is insane. Insane. Where did you find 316 Preds? What do you mean? What do you mean? Okay, nothing. I'm not even insinuating anything else. Shout out to Games, my man. You know it. And first off, I do want to apologize to you. I can't lie. I've been slacking on it. It's been ages since I uploaded on it. To be honest with you, I've just been having, kind of just making a lot of inroads into other areas of content. So it has been difficult for me to find the time to just sit down and crunch that out and finish a couple of those videos, which I've already recorded. This is what I'm saying. I have 2 videos recorded. I just need to edit them and put them together. And I do apologize for that because I know you love them and I know other people love them. And I love it as well. I'm big on that channel and I'm passionate about it. So I do want to make more inroads on that. I just need to work around the schedule a bit better. Soon, it will happen. Can she make the weight? Henry Cejudo was saying on his show that she might miss. I think she might, man. I mean, the reality is you're fighting for a belt. And if she doesn't make that weight, she's going to miss that opportunity to win it, regardless of how that fight plays out. So she's going to do everything in her power to make sure she gets the nod. Or gets the ability to win the belt. And that's going to be a big toll on her body. It is already. That 135 cut is insane already for her. It's insane. And this is why I think Juliana is going to get the win. Because of that weight cut. And because of the pressure that Pena puts on. Listen, you can criticize Juliana Pena for a lot of things about her technique, the way she throws punches. Everyone's seen the clip in the Amanda Nunes rematch. We saw how that fight played out. But one thing you cannot deny is that through that fight and the one before, and the one when she re-won the belt recently, she does not stop putting the pressure on. She comes to fight and she's a dog. And that is where Kayla Harrison can wilt. 100%. So I think people might be surprised. What is this new logo next to the names? I know it's a new YouTube stream thing, man. I don't know. John Jones is a good person. I know that's a crazy rage bait name. I ain't even rising to it, but I like the energy you're bringing, my man. So thank you for being here. We really believing Henry Cejudo in big 2025. I believe him over Chael Sonnen. I'll say that. I don't know if she will, Pon. This is what I'm saying. I thought so initially, and now I've just completely changed my tune. I think Pena will just force Kayla to wilt. If she can get out of those first 2 rounds, you'll really see that pace. That weight cut will affect Harrison's cardio massively. And her on the back foot, she will struggle. I guarantee you, she'll be like a deer in headlights. If Pena can force her on the back foot, Kayla will really struggle because her best game is where she's putting that forward pressure on and she forces that takedown or that judo throw, you know. And if she can't get that off the back foot, she doesn't have that big overhand that she's known for. And because there's no strength in it. Walking backwards, Pena can walk her down. Honestly, I think people might be surprised. Gonna join the predictor competition in the Discord? Yeah, sure, man. I'll have a look. What's been the latest with Tom and Jones? Not much. More Jones. Actually, I mean, there was Tom seeming to try and dismiss that whole thing. So we'll see how it goes. But I don't know. He seems to be claiming he's the undisputed champion now. I mean, in my opinion, he already is. But who knows, man? Yo, Renee, if I pronounce that right, I remember you, man. How you doing? Paradox, my guy. How's it going? Are you predicting Pena by underwater paddle punch Flory? I actually am. Honestly, I am. I think she might get the finish. Yeah, Paradox, you see you changing your name, my brother. I noticed. How you doing, man? Ivar, what's up, man? Look at you guys flying in. Good to see. Love the energy. I love the energy today. I've had a long one. Lot of talking in front of the camera today already. Donnie as well. Look at you guys. Yeah, I've had a lot of talking today in front of cameras, but I'm keeping the energy high because I've had a good day. Good long day, good day. I've been ill, but I'm on the mend, and that's what's made me feel good today. I've just been, you know what I mean? I felt better. I was shit this morning and last night, but I don't know. Took my meds, took my ibuprofen, and we're kicking, man. We're good. Predictions for Topuria versus Olive Oil. Topuria by first round knockout. But Donnie, I'm very good, man. How are you? Oh, it's Pete, isn't it? Yeah, I knew you changed it because I remember your fucking Van Gogh logo. Of course it is. Pete, I don't forget, brother. I'm good, man. I'm very good today. I'm just glad I'm on the mend. That's all. Again, I'm behind on the work because I've been ill. But, you know, it's okay. It's okay. You know, we're back. And I haven't done much in terms of making inroads on the video. I haven't done anything today. But I've had a lot of productive calls and work done elsewhere. So it's good. Driving right now, but we'll chat after. That's all love, man. Don't crash. O'Malley right retire if he loses. Been watching him and Tim and the way he spoke on the pod seems strange. I need to have a look at that. I don't know. We'll see. O'Malley's listen. I'm sure he's on a good deal with the UFC, so I don't think retiring is in his interests. But we'll see. Luke Holland. I got Holland, and I'm a big Luke fan. He's an absolute animal. Always brings it, but age is catching up to him now. So I'm gonna go with Luke Holland. Sorry. And I did. I'm not sure if I like that for him. He's never been a huge featherweight, to be fair, so maybe it could work. Play a lot of Sly Cooper. Damn, that's a classic, bro. I never played him, but because they had the like trilogy port on PS Vita back in the day, but I never gave it a crack. My game on original Xbox on that generation, Spider-Man 2, all day. That's like one of the first games I ever played. George, my man, how you doing, brother? Good to see you, bro. If Dustin beats Max, he might not retire and fight Ilia, I think. No, I think he will retire. It's a send-off. He wants to end on a win. And he's fighting for his family now. He knows that health is wealth. He's past that point now. I think he's going to retire regardless. He should. Maybe that's wishful thinking, but Astro, I think that's a big ask, man. Done the Mex card, the possibility of the Aussie card. Yeah, we're kind of in a open season moment with the UFC right now. So I think that remains to be seen. No, I probably couldn't, George. Black Bear, I mean, to be fair, they're less likely to fight you, but if I was forced into one, maybe. I don't know. I doubt it very much. Black Bears obviously aren't as strong as Browns or Grizzlies, but we'll see. Pond is a good chance, bro. I've doubted him. I stopped doubting him since the Whitaker fight, but this is the first time since then I'm going to pick against him. I think Hamzat is just too much. Yeah, it's good, Donnie. I can't lie. I originally wasn't that hyped for it, but looking at it, there's some good fights. Like I think Pena Harrison is a really good fight. I really do. Yeah, Holland will beat Luke. I think he'll finish him. How you finding Night Rain? Haven't played it, man. Can't lie. I was never that invested in it. And I love FromSoft. I love their games. They're one of my favorite developers ever. Dark Souls 3 is in my top 5 games ever. I really enjoyed Elden Ring. I don't like the idea of Night Rain. For me, Souls games have always been enjoyed the most solo. I think it's the best way to experience the boss fights when you're in that flow state. Multiplayer takes away from that. And I don't like the whole roguelite replayability procedural. It's just not me for personally. And I was apprehensive when I heard the trailer as a spin-off and Miyazaki wasn't directing it. So I was like, I'll stay away and wait for the reviews. And the reviews seem to be mostly good, but not as good as FromSoft are known for. And that's what I was surprised by. So if it goes for cheap on a sale, maybe in a year or so, I'll probably pick it up, but not in a rush. Sammy, sorry, I missed you, brother, if you said something earlier. Prediction for Spain versus France. I didn't know they were playing. I ain't been keeping up with it, but I'll go with France. Actually, Spain are in the... No, I'll go Spain, actually. They got a good squad. Champion has a name. I think had a name is probably the appropriate term. So, like, I'm going to be real, man. And I love the Bronx, but Ilia Topuria is that guy. I ironically think you can beat it back, but I don't think so. Maybe. How big are black bears? How big are black bears? 100 and 400 pounds. So let's say no. I mean, that's a big variety, to be fair. Yeah, I doubt it. I'm going to be real. Probably not, bro. Let's be real. If a black bear was somehow aggressive, I know that most of them aren't, but if they are, I'm not about it. Salke is also fighting on the card. Yeah, I saw that. He's a big favorite, isn't he? Kayla Harrison has Triple C. John Jones commissioner situation? I've missed that, bro. What's that about? Arman beats both Ilia and Charles, honestly. It's a tough fight for Ilia. I mean, Arman did beat Charles. I mean, I know people like to say Charles won the fight. In my opinion, he didn't, as much as I really wanted him to. Close one, but no, he didn't do enough. That Darce choke attempt was tight, but it wasn't enough. Remember going crazy for UFC 280? Those were the times. What a great card, man. I remember watching that because it was on at a normal time with my Jiu-Jitsu Society in uni. It was great. It was awesome. Great card. Besides that, Piotr Jan, Sean O'Malley robbery. But it was a good fight. Pretty fun and understand the critiques. It's definitely hard as fuck since if you're like me and don't have friends, you get paired up with randoms. I do hear that. I'm just not into the multiplayer side of things because the way the bosses and FromSoft games are fundamentally designed is like the bosses aren't meant to like latch onto multiple enemies. It just doesn't work. When you're in solo, you're in that flow state and it's like a dance back and forth with the boss. And that's what I absolutely love about those games. And you lose that when you do multiplayer or summons or co-op in any of the series. So... But again, I like what they're going for. I appreciate that at the very least they're trying something different. I can admire that. Jake Stream reacts. And at the end of the day, it's not full price, is it? So John Jones allegedly... Oh, that! No, I did see that. Yeah. The whole John Jones commissioner stuff. Yeah, sorry, I did see that. Yeah, weird. And sounds like something Jones would do, if we're being real. I think O'Malley 2 is going to be closer this time around. I'm sure it will be because of Tim Welch. The guy's a mastermind in the sport. So with that in mind, obviously him and Sean have been working behind the scenes to remedy any issues from that first fight. They will be ready for it, but so will Merab, for sure. I do think Merab is still going to get it done, but we'll see. Radon is fun to do multiplayer. Yeah, to be fair, if you're talking about the base game one, yeah. I mean, he's designed for that, to be fair. Opinions on Subnautica 2. Excited, man. I didn't love Below Zero. I did like it, probably more than most people. I don't... Listen, in almost the same thing in Night Rain, in Elden Ring in general, and Souls games, I prefer the single-player experience, and Subnautica is the same thing. I spoke about this on my games channel. You lose that feeling of isolation. That's what makes Subnautica so effective in the first game. Is it such an isolating experience, being stranded on that alien planet, and doing it multiplayer, I feel like you kind of lose that fear. Equally, there's some enjoyment that comes with the co-op experience. So, there's something for everyone there, and it looks great. From the very limited looks we've had at it, it looks really nice graphically, which is always nice. So that combined with the great art style, which they've always had, excites me. Excited. Arman versus Paddy, it would be a big jump in terms of competition. I think Paddy would fare well against Arman. I do. I think he could beat him. I think he beats Gaethje too. I think he beats most of that top 5. I've said that before. I stand on it. Yo, I've just seen a stream react. Yeah, that Aspinall jacket is hard as fuck. O'Malley will win just based on the fact he hasn't smoked weed and hasn't been on social media. Again, we spoke about this on the pod today. Big deal. It's a big factor. It's a mental side of things as much as it is just putting in the hours on the mat, obviously. But, as purist and lame as it is, I think they should make a different Dark Souls with the same game mechanics and I'd never get bored. True. I think the design philosophy of 3 with the semi-linear world... I'll tell you what, no. Bosses of Dark Souls 3 and Elden Ring put together with the first half level design of Dark Souls 1 is the perfect Souls game, in my opinion. I don't love the open world of Elden Ring. It's just not my cup of tea. It's too big, too much expanse. It's the same problem I had with Breath of the Wild. Just a lot of space and not a lot in it, if that makes sense. Great art direction, just too much. Too much space, too much reusing assets. Spreading yourself too thin. And sure, for first-time players, they're going to love it. And I understand that. I just prefer the more condensed nature of 3, which is why it's my favorite. Liza P, yeah, I gave it a good crack. But again, it was one of the things that got backlogged for me, and I never got around to finishing it. Yeah, I'm not sure about Dustbloods. And it's like a PvPE thing? I don't know. We'll see. Again, I like that they're trying something different. But Switch exclusive, I don't love. Yeah. Paddy definitely beats Sketchy. I agree. And of course, Arman's a hard fight. He's stylistically difficult for anyone, man. He just is. Picking Merab, rooting for Sean. Yeah, I think that's where I'm sitting to. Make prediction. Who can headline 400? Make a wild prediction. I think Ilia Topuria if he doesn't retire. Yeah, sure. I mean, that's a long time down the road. But he'll be out of the sport by then. It'll be like another 7 years, 8 years. So no, he won't be there. If you can, by the way, guys, liking the stream. I should have said it. Please like the stream. That would be very appreciated. It means more people flowing here. We can have a great little chat. Oh my fucking god. I'm not pressing that button, man. I'm not pressing it. How? How? When did I stop talking? Oh my good lord. This happens every stream. Again, I must like brush the mute button or something. Anyway, what I was saying was that Mario Kart World for the price seems a bit insane. Thank you for the comment. Okay, we're sweet. Every stream, man. Every stream. Holy shit. Sorry, apologies. I might have missed a couple of comments as a result of that. Okay, we're sweet. Chandler could take Paddy down and control him in the first round. Oh, man, that's not... MMA math don't work like that, Ivar. You know it, man. Come on. Come on. Different. It's a completely different ball game. Okay, yeah. I know it weren't that long. I ain't falling for that shit. Whatever. We're sweet now. We're sweet now. We're good. We are sweet. We're golden. We're back. Okay. Reset. Anyway, as I was fucking saying. Jesus. I mean, what I would like is, I mean, we're talking about games and MMA put together. I know that they're doing is that still happening? The Undisputed 3 mod? And then I know there's a Fight Night one as well. Like, there's that Fight Night Forever mod, which looks awesome. I'm very excited to play that. Because Fight Night Champion is so fucking goated. It's the best boxing game in a while. And I know EA might be doing another Fight Night game, which excites me too. And they should, because Undisputed, for all its faults, sold pretty well, even though it's done by a smaller team. So, yeah. UFC 400, Alex Pereira's son versus me. Honestly, the timelines will probably line up, right? How old is he? He's like, what? I don't even know. Fuck's sake. Yeah, I mean, 400. I mean, if he timeline that, who could realistically, let's think about that, right? It's a little thought experiment. Who could headline 400? Because you're thinking what? UFC 200 was 2016. So we had a 7-year gap between 200 and 300. So with that in mind, was it 2023 or 2024? 2024. So sorry, 8-year gap. So with that in mind, so that would leave us 2032, which is fucking nuts. I will be 30 years of age when that happens. Holy shit. Let's not think about that at all. I don't want to be... oh, God. I'm going to be 30 at UFC 400. I'll just end the stream now. Fucking hell. So in 8 years' time, who are like the young talents coming up right now who could be in their primes and headline that? 2031. Okay, let's say 2031 / 2032. So in 8 years' time, give or take, who would be headlining it now? We'd have to look early, right? Let's look at prospects. We have to look at who's like the best prospects right now that could be headlining. Who do you reckon? I just realized I was on top chat, not live chat. It defaults to that, man. It's annoying. Makayev? Nah, man. The UFC don't rate him enough. Rosas Jr.? Nah, I don't think so. I don't think he's... Maybe, but I think just innately with his fight style, he can't. He's not a great knockout artist at the end of the day. And if you think of all these big headliners, and we're talking UFC 400 here, right? We're talking UFC 400. JDM's Old, bro. I mean, he could. He's like 28, isn't he? He's not old, but he will be by then when that happens. I mean, he's what? Isn't he in his late 20s? He's 28, 29? He's 28. I mean, so he'll be what, 35, 36. He'll be out of his prime, but then he probably won't be with the belt around his waist if we're being honest. That's too. Nah, I don't see it. Shaky, my man, how you doing? Has Kayla Harrison used steroids? I don't think so. She's been tested, she said, thousands of times. I think she would have been popped if she did. I could be wrong. I think she's just genetically gifted. It's like Francis Ngannou. Outlier. That's how it is. Complete outlier. JDM won't reign for 5 months. Yeah, exactly. JDM won't be headlining 400. That's crazy in my opinion. He's too late down the pipeline. It has to be someone who right now isn't a champion. That's just the nature of the beast. Unless we're talking about a truly incredible athlete. And as much as I respect JDM, if he was to still be a champion by UFC 400, he'd be going down as one of the greatest of all time. And I just don't see that being the case, if I'm being honest with you. And I rate him, but we're not talking. He's not in that pedigree. Michael Morales, that's a shout. He's young, right? I like that. He is dangerous. He's a problem, man. Yeah, he's 25. I love that shout. I mean, so he'll be perfectly, not far, maybe a bit past his prime, but it's a good shout. Good shout. Honestly, that pick of a Burns was the easiest money anyone could ever make. First round knockout. I predicted that to a T. And I'm not saying I'm some sort of prediction phenom because I'm not. I just feel like when you look at the trajectory of those guys' career and Michael Morales' finishing pedigree, the guy's a fucking beast. He hits hard. Fucking phenomenal fighter. John Silver, I could see it. But usually they go for the bigger guys. Headlining the big cards, they go for the heavier weight classes. That's what I realized. 28. So he's same position as JDM, so I don't think so. This might be crazy. I think Tom Aspinall. And I know what you're going to say. Yeah, he's old, but heavyweights go longer. They do. Heavyweights go longer. I don't think it's that crazy. Hey, and if you think about it, how old was DC when he was meant to headline against Jones at 200? Old, man. Yeah, I mean, you're laughing, but he'll be like, what, 38, 39? Am I wrong? We're talking in 7 years? 39? I'm pretty sure that's how old DC was when he fought Jones the second time around, right? Or close enough to it. I don't think it's out of the realms of possibility. And DC was a natural light heavyweight, not a heavyweight. So Aspinall could probably go even a bit longer, right? So I think with that in mind, I don't know. I think, and Aspinall's the biggest name in this sport. I could see it. I could see Aspinall headlining 400. I don't think that's that crazy. He hasn't taken a lot of damage in his career at all. Therefore, he'll be able to go even longer. And on top of the fact he's a heavyweight. I don't know, man. Hey, JVD, my brother. My guy, how you doing? Always love the energy you bring. How old is Ian Gary? I think he's 27. That's a bit of a shout. A punt, really. Have I got that? He's 27. There you go. Yeah, he could. Maybe, I mean, I don't know. Maybe a bit pushing it. I could start training striking. I don't know if I would be able to headline 400, though. Heavyweights don't last as long as they're champs. That's also I'm true, but Aspinall is an outlier, Ivar. But I appreciate the point you're trying to make. I definitely understand it. And statistically, yeah, you might be right. It's heavyweight. Margins are fine at the top level, but Aspinall is just good, bro. Jojo, always bringing it, man. You know it, man. Look at that. Energy. I appreciate you, man. I hope you're well. Aspinall Jones 400. Yeah, I think Aspinall will be Jones will be senile by then. Favorite division? Probably. I do like welterweight's looking strong. I know that's the safe pick, right? But something like that. How old is Zhang? Oh, too old. She's older than you'd think. I think she's like way older than you'd think. I think she's deep into her. Yeah, she's 35, bro. Yeah, yeah. I know what you're thinking. Like you wouldn't expect that, right? Just from her recent performances, but yeah, she's too old for 400, obviously. Merab is burnt out. Doesn't seem like vintage Merab. I think he's Sugar Sean. TKO third round. Get well soon. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I'm getting there. Getting better. On the mend today, as I said. Feeling better today, and that's why I'm trying to bring the energy. I spent a lot of time in front of camera today talking to various people. But again, I'm carrying it through. I'm pushing for you guys. I'm having a good time. So thank you. But I can see it. I can see a Sean finish for sure. And I think for the UFC's sake, obviously it's in their interests for Sean to win. Just because of his marketability and social star power. McGregor versus Chandler 400. I'll end the channel if that fight happens. Truly, that's how confident I am in it not happening. Whaley or Shevchenko? Shevchenko all day. Shevchenko definitely. The size difference will be a big factor. Whaley's big strength is in her wrestling, I've seen. And Shevchenko has elements there, but I think she won't be able to get Valentina down, in my opinion. And they're both similar ages. Obviously Shevchenko's had a lot more fighting mileage. I think that's something to consider. But I just think Valentina's just more crafty. I think she's just the better fighter. She just always has been. There's no disrespect to Whaley. It's just Valentina is Valentina, Yeah, bro, he's too old, man. Well, he will be by 400. Rooting for Merab, maybe picking Sean. I actually more interested in this fight than I thought I would be. Originally, I didn't really care for the rematch when it got announced. I was like, really? Does anyone want to see that? But, as we approach fight week, I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I like it. I like it. Man, I hope we go back to the Sphere card. Speaking on their first fight, I really hope we do go back to the Sphere because I just loved it. I loved it. And I know there was a lot of work that put into it. And logistically, it must have been a real struggle. But that's what the UFC have always been like quite known for, is pushing the boundaries. That's what made them successful in the first place. So I hope they do it again. I do, because I loved it. I really loved the Sphere card. And as I said before, I've said it many times, it was nearly the perfect card for me, in my opinion. The co-main and main sadly just dampened the whole thing. But up until that, it was genuine all-timer for me. Genuinely. With all the showcases, the cool graphics, and also the fights were incredible, apart from those last two. So I'd love for them to go back. Tyra or Yadong? I mean, if Tyra can really flesh out his skill set, I could see it. But equally, he's a flyweight, and that just doesn't sell. So, and it does sell, just not for a UFC 400 head main event, if we're being real. Jones is out the USADA pool. Is that true? Are you baiting me right now? I hope not. I'm not seeing anything on it, bro. You have to tell me. Is that breaking? Unless that's breaking news. They should have saved the Sphere card for a fight like Dricus Hamzat. No, I don't know. I think it made sense. I liked it with O'Malley and Merab. It was a good main event for that. I liked it. It's a shame the fight didn't live up. I thought it was quite boring, by all things considered. But credit to Merab. He showed up and did what he came to do. It might not have been the most exciting thing ever, but hey, can't fault the guy. Usman or Buckley? Buckley. Usman's past it, and I like the guy. Bigger fan of Usman. Do think his title reign is a little overrated, but I appreciate his work ethic, his mindset, and him as a person. And his skill set, obviously. But I think Buckley is just going to be... Listen, Buckley's going up, Usman's going down. That's no disrespect. It's just the nature of the fight game. So I got to go with Buck there. Light heavyweight Zhang? Oh. Wait, what do you mean then? Wait, against who then? Wait, Zhang Minyan against who? No, but JVD said Shevchenko, so who are you referring to? Zhang fighting. I do like him a lot, though. After that, he fought Anthony Smith, right? He absolutely tore through him. I mean, naturally, because Smith passed it, but... Yeah, Zhang Minyan, yeah, he is scary. Scary guy. That's 4 knockouts in a row under the UFC's banner. Exciting. Nice talent for the division. The 400 headliner? How old is he? 26, yeah, it's possible. That would be insane. Imagine that in like Singapore or some shit, or somewhere else in Asia. I don't think they would do that because it's like a 400. It would be. I feel like they would just do it in the US. It'd have to be. I don't know. Maybe. Charles gets brutally knocked out. He might retire. I think so. He's not far off it. I don't think Ilia Topuria. I think Ilia Topuria is going to knock him out in the first round. I think it's going to be an unceremonious and brutal finish, characteristic of the man, El Matador. To be honest with you, as he always has done. The finish of Volkanovski was brutal, visceral. That's what it was. It did not care for the feelings towards Volkanovski or the general fan sentiment towards him being one of the greatest featherweights of all time. It does not matter because when that right hand lands, you might be one of the greatest ever. You're falling. You are falling. You might have a great chin. Max Holloway fell. Charles Oliveira will fall to that right hand. I will tell you that now. In the first round, Ilia Topuria will knock Charles Oliveira out cold. I'm very confident in that prediction. I just do not see it going past the first. I really don't. And I don't think that's a rocket science prediction. I don't claim to be some prophet. I just think when you look at the way these guys fight, very front-footed and to the death, Charles Oliveira perhaps more so, you can't do that against Ilia Topuria. You just simply cannot. And one's out of his prime. One's very much in his. And with that in mind, I think El Matador is going to reign again. Or continue to reign, should I say. Oh, no, he will reign again, isn't he? He's fighting for a new belt. Is Tom Aspinall going to fight this year? I'm going to say yes, just because I want it to happen. Will it? Probably not. He fucking should, though. I feel so sorry for the guy. Blame the UFC. It's their fault. Man for 400. No, not for a main event. He's got age on his side, though. He's quite young, right? Pretty sure he's only like 23 or 24. Makhachev the first time. Yeah, he's 28. So maybe. I mean, probably still, he'll be out of his prime then, so I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. It could happen. God, I can't believe I'll be 30 when that happens. Oh, I don't even want to think about that. Not in the slightest. Yeah, that's scaring me, man. How's my lighting? It's a little bit low right now. Let me crank it up. Oh, that's too much. Is it? There you go. Look at me now. Positively glowing. Maybe a little bit too much. My eyes look kind of sore, you know. I think it's that flu kicking in. I don't know. We're fine. Yeah, Ilia deserves the BMF belt too. I mean, sure, but equally, I'm not mad that Holloway and Poirier are fighting for it. Wouldn't that be an awesome send-off for Dustin, right? I mean, to be fair, someone who was it that mentioned earlier about Dustin staying on if he wins? I mean, with the BMF belt as leverage, maybe. I hope not, because I want Poirier to retire on a win, on a high, so badly in Louisiana. Walking out to James Brown. That's what I want. I don't want him to continue. I wanted him to retire after the Makhachev fight because I thought it was a great send-off for him. But Louisiana, home turf, retirement fight. I can't fault the guy, to be honest with you. Specky, my brother, bringing the energy. Yes, sir. How you doing? Which is more dangerous? Right hand of Ilia or left hook of Alex? Pound for pound. I think Ilia as well, man. I do. I agree. Ilia's is a one-shot KO. It really is. Pereira's isn't. You know, for how hard it lands. He did land that one on the regional scene, which put the guy out cold, but I can't remember in recent memory another one. I guess Sean Strickland's. That didn't put his lights. Hard to say, isn't it? But I have to go to Topuria. I really do. The guy has a. Think about the Jai Herbert finish. That guy is slumped him completely out. Shut the lights off. Pereira doesn't really do that with his left hand. I borrow maybe once or twice in his entire career. You know, that right hand from Ilia, and they instantly put Volk out cold. Instantly put Jai Herbert out cold. I mean, credit to Josh Emmett for keeping up on his feet with that one. Holloway's, was it a left hand? He landed on Holloway? I think it was a left hand. He shifted stances and then landed the hook, but I can't remember if it was the left or the right. Aren't a lot of young guys you can see being champs? I mean, it's easy to say that, but then someone will just come through and steamroll everyone. We know how unpredictable this game is. Hope it goes to a draw. Yeah, I mean, what, the Dustin Poirier fight? Yeah, I agree. I'd love that. Ilia more cold chaos? Yeah, exactly. Arman might have left the UFC. He was saying on Jackson podcast that they don't give him a title fight. That's just... He don't have the clout to be saying the things like that. I'm gonna be real. Listen, if you're Ilia Topuria, you can say that shit. Because you're a fucking draw. Sarukian, he is a draw, but he ain't Ilia Topuria, let's be honest. And that's why Topuria's got the shot and he hasn't. Josh Emmett's Max a lot better than Max Holloway's chin. I mean... I don't know. Shane Carman is the most underrated power. Oh, who's that one? He nearly slept Brock Lesnar, didn't he? And then Lesnar came back, right? That's that fight I remember him for. All right, when I think of Shane Carwin, obviously before my time of watching MMA per se, but I think of that fight where he nearly slumps Brock Lesnar and then Lesnar just somehow comes back and finishes him. That's the one I think of. So maybe that's more of a negative callback, but I mean, Mark Hunt had good power. Obviously, Francis Ngannou. Joe Pyfer right now is a good shout. We spoke about him at length today on the pod as well. Obviously, he's fighting Kelvin Gastelum. Long awaited. Don't like Joe Pyfer at all. I hope Gastelum lays him out cold, but you know, he has got good power. That we cannot deny, I think. Let me change my music. What is this? Not what I want to hear. There we go. Jim Miller versus King Green 2 for the oldest motherfucker belt. Fuck it. Run it. Jim Miller will somehow still be fighting at 400, wouldn't he? He destroyed Lesnar in the first round. Every modern ref would have stopped it. Yeah, I remember watching that one back. Crazy. I mean, almost glad he didn't, right? I mean, think of Chet Congo versus Pat Barry. That's the classic comeback and good refereeing. I'm happy that Ilia moves up. Volk got saved from another cold knockout. Yeah, agreed. Same. I did not want to see that rematch. I remember when that fight was in the circulation. I've said so many times on stream, just don't make it. I don't want to see my boy get laid out cold again. Jim Miller's record is not going to be broken for total fight. Someone will do it eventually. The UFC is only 30 years old, guys. Keep this in mind. It's so small in comparison to other sports. And I know it's a company, not a sport, but the UFC has such a dominating grip on the sport. It may as well be considered it. People know it as the UFC, not MMA. And it's only 30 years old, bro. Like, there's so much time. Had me sad watching Jim get beat by Chase and the painful thing he said. Yeah, man, I know, but it's old guard versus new age. That's what it is, man. It's heartbreaking at times, but it's the reality. Stipe Angelovsky for 400. I'm so glad Stipe retired, man. I can't lie. So glad. Read Daviculitis. Lesnar is a mythical fighter. I think just Lesnar on steroids is pretty mythical. Toporia's going to stay unbeaten and leave as a champ. I think so. I mean, he's always said he doesn't want to spend a long time here in the sport. So, you know, I don't know. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me, right? I think what he'll do is he'll win the lightweight, defend there again, then move up. He'll move up to welterweight and go for that too, because no one's ever done it. And Topuria is the type of guy, he doesn't want to be here for a long time, but he wants to make all the records he can. And he has the clout and he has the finishing pedigree and the draw power to do that. The UFC would let him do that if he vacated, of course. They wouldn't let him move up for double champ. I think he'll defend at lightweight, maybe against Paddy. That makes perfect sense. Win that fight if he does. Move up, vacate, move up to welterweight, get that third belt. And I think he can do it. Honestly, I really do. I really do. Round 3 O'Malley, I think. I don't know, man. I mean, because Merab has the cardio, right? So that's the big question. Can he last longer? When are we getting that Mythical Fighters video? I don't know, man. I kind of had that on the back burner. It didn't really leave the idea stage. Again, at the moment, the Ngannou documentary is kind of what I'm working on. But, yeah. Is it me or is Bantamweight on fire now? Yeah, I mean, it always has been, bro. Bantamweight's never not been good. It's the most highly competitive division in the whole sport, in my opinion. Yeah, okay. Okay, Angel, cool. If the UFC promoted Arman, bet he would be a star. I don't think so. His style's not that exciting. At the end of the day, he's a wrestler. The distinction between him and Makhachev's the guy who gets finishes on the feet as much as he is a great wrestler. That's what makes him good. DC was 42. Yeah, exactly. This is what I'm saying. There's no reason why Aspinall couldn't headline 7, 8 years down the line. Yeah, man. JB Ngannou documentary next. 135 gets so much more hype than 125. It's because I mean, they're both great to watch, in my opinion. The most exciting divisions to watch in the UFC. That's why I love them. Yeah, JB, it won't be for a while just because I've been ill. So I've been playing catch up. And again, I've had a lot of other priorities. So things have just gotten, I had to have other things have just taken priority. That's just how it is. But working on it, man. I'm started the edit at the very least. And I'm coinciding it with the Patreon launch and some other things. So a lot of moving parts that go into it. But it is going to come. Aim is by end of the month. Hopefully before. But that should be the latest end of the month, hopefully. But I don't want... I got to be careful not to call on anything, If Lesnar started training MMA as soon as he left college, would he have been the heavyweight GOAT? No. I don't think so. Probably because he popped steroids. Much rather watch Arman fight than Paddy. But Paddy has more star power. I disagree. I think Paddy's more entertaining than Arman is. Way more. Paddy Ilia Topuria is a way more exciting fight. Especially if he joined when he actually fought in the Royd era. Yeah. Especially if he joined when he actually... Oh, I read that. How Moicano is more popular than Arman, maybe due to his personality. This is exactly why, bro. He's not that great of a fighter, but he talks well. That's all you need. Paddy Sick, I like him. I like him. I used to not, now I do. I mean, he's like Marmite, He's like Marmite. Some people do, some people don't. I get it. I mean, same thing. I don't love Moicano. I think he's kind of annoying, but I appreciate what he does. He's carved out a niche for himself, and I can't fault that. Moved like crazy since the Jared Gordon fight. Yeah, agreed. The Tony Ferguson fight was the indicator for me that he's really leveling up. And then I didn't understand people picking Bobby Green over him. I never understood that. And that fight was dominant. And then the Chandler one, as I said, you know how high I was on that prediction that he was going to beat Chandler. I never understood the Chandler hype when the guy's 39 and wilts under pressure quite a lot. So I never understood that. Lesnar striking was so bad he can't compete with modern heavyweight on the feet. No, for sure, I agree. But we're talking in hypotheticals, we were. Frank Mir TKO was scary. Frank's head just bouncing back and forth. Yeah, man. I mean, that's heavyweight power. Heavyweight power. Moicano should fight Chandler next if he wins. Nah, man. I think if Moicano wins, he gets a better step up than that. Chandler wants a fun... I think they should give Chandler money fights. Like fun fights. Not money fights, but fights that are going to sell pay-per-views, Charles has a plan for Ilia. I'm sure he does, bro. You trained with him? Nice. Keep distance, work in the clinch, and keep Ilia on the ground. Ilia Topuria is a Greco-Roman wrestler first, so I think he'll struggle with that as good as Charles is. And I think he will struggle to keep range against Ilia. And if he does, he's got to be careful not to get backed up to the fence, because if he does that, he's dead. He's dead. Ferguson won the last round against Paddy. Oh, I can't remember off the top of my head. But Paddy clearly showed a lot of improvements there. Put it this way. The Gordon fight, he was here, let's say as a baseline. Ferguson fight, he was here. Green fight, he was up here. And that was when I knew he absolutely walked through Chandler. And he clearly did. He was dominant. Not even close. And that's why I think he beats the top 5 as well. People just don't want to admit it because they don't like him. That was one of the first MMA fights I watched, and my mom saw it too. She wasn't too pleased. Are you referring to the Frank Mir one? What's up, Jax, man? How you doing? How do you think a Paddy versus Gordon rematch goes? Now, I think Paddy cleans him up, to be honest with you. I do. I don't think that fight's close. And I like Jared Gordon a lot, but I think Paddy cleans him up. You see that Bryce Mitchell was going to bantamweights? Yes, yeah, we actually just discussed it briefly earlier. I don't know. He's never been the biggest featherweight, so could be a good move for him. But I'm curious on how that weight cut is going to work for him when he's not. I mean, put it this way: he's a bit more of a purist trainer in the sense he doesn't have all the high tech stuff. So, what's this? A beat Glaze? Max couldn't beat Ilia. Bolt couldn't. How is this guy going to? When did I mention Zabit, bro? When did I mention him? Gordon's game. Yeah, he's game, but I think Paddy's just... I think since their fight, Jared Gordon's maybe gone here. Paddy's just gone up there, bro. Ow, I just hit my funny bone. Fucking hell. Oh, fuck. Oh, no. Fucking activation. Holy shit, my hand is burning. Well, Paddy versus Ilia for the belt. Right, that would fucking feed families. You're telling me that fight wouldn't... I guarantee you, if Ilia beats Charles Oliveira, they're going to run to Paddy to make that fight. They're going to run to it. He'll jump the queue. I'm telling you, the UFC will not give a shit where Paddy lands in that division. They will make that fight. 100% they'll make that fight. Because the window for it is very small. It is for most fights in the UFC that are on a big occasion. But this one more than ever, just because they're both very volatile fighters, both on the mic and in the cage. And with that in mind, they got to make it happen. The window's short. I'd love that, though. I'd love it. Ilia was asking submission or knockout. I think submission will be less painful for fans. I think so. I think so. I mean, naturally, I don't want to see Oliveira get put out cold, but I think that's what's going to happen. MMA is unforgiving. Generational fight, you know it. Not you in general? You mean in general? I mean, I don't... Yeah, I do think people overrate his skill set because his cardio was never that good. May I remind you, when he fought Calvin Kattar, he somehow scammed his way to making it a 3-round fight instead of a 5-round one. Because they knew his team knew his cardio couldn't hang for 25 minutes. And that's the only reason he beat Calvin Kattar at that time. So, what's up? Peeping Tom MMA is still a crazy name. Good to see you again, though, bro. Bad for Gordon, he got robbed. Yeah, I mean, didn't he have that headbutt clash as well? Which done him in. What's up, Wolf? How you doing, brother? Good to see you again, my man. All of you guys. Appreciate you all. Zabit is a TikTok goat. Isn't he like a doctor now, right? He works in healthcare? I don't know. I want to see Pereira cut to 125 and fight Pantoja. He'll make weight 100. Okay. No. He would straight up die, but I think you know that too. And you're just throwing something out there for me. You're throwing me a bone. Yeah, he is a doctor, right? I mean, what a fucking twisting career. Am I right? Holy shit. There we go. Sorry, my fucking stream tab just moved. Last exam tomorrow. Yeah, A-levels, right? Good luck, brother. Good luck. Don't envy you. Hope it's gone well. Enjoy that relief afterwards. Who should Shamil Gaziev fight? I don't even know, man. Just give him someone he can beat. I want to see the GOAT Zeev train just keep going. Shamil should fight me next. Council Estate Geezer. Yeah, that would be appropriate. That's his level. Successful journey to Domino's. Nice, brother. I'm not personally a fan. I'm not big on pizza anyway, unless it's like the proper Italian shit. Good Italian pizza's fucking goated. I love that, but I'm not big on like takeaway stuff. I'm always more of a pasta guy, you know? Always prefer it. But I love Italian food. For Merab, Sugar tweeted before the first fight. Sugar tweeted, if I don't care Merab in the first round, he can my wife. I did see that actually. Yeah, this is why I agreed to the rematch. I don't think he did. I'm gonna be honest. Just talking. That's all it is. Almeida should go to light heavyweight. He's not being any top heavyweight, and also that situation that's going on. I think he is being top heavyweights. He's got good wrestling, far greater than most. I mean, there's very few elite heavyweights in my opinion. There's like 3 right now, and I don't count Jones as one of them. I'd probably say, I mean, is there even that? I mean, Aspinall and probably, I mean, I'd argue Volkov just because of his overall skill set. I think he deserves to be up there. Garn, I don't think he's multifaceted enough. I say Blades. Blades is an elite heavyweight. Blades was Aspinall's hardest test. I stand by that. That win will age very well. I think Blades, Garn, sorry, not Garn. Garn's too one-dimensional, but his striking is very good. Blades, Aspinall, and probably Volkov. That's it. That's it. To be fair, Taliesin, is it Taliesin Teixeira? He's coming up. He looks good. Again, jury's still out on him. He only fought one of the tougher bros, so nothing crazy, but can't make food. I feel that. I very much can relate. I would be surprised, Wolf, if I'm honest. Who got the main event? I got Merab at the moment, but as that fight gets closer, I'm more back and forth on it. Interesting call, Specky. I think DC might die by then. You can't tell me Jelton doesn't sub Garn and Volkov in a combined round. I think he submits Garn. Volkov, I don't know. Maybe, probably, but again, I didn't say he couldn't beat them. I think he'd do well against most of the top heavyweights. But it's just the size problem because he is more of a light heavyweight. That's the issue for him. Pavlovich get back up there? I don't know, man. I never rated him that highly anyway. Yeah, sure, he had the insane finishing pedigree, and I'm not just saying this in hindsight. I stand by it. This is why I was so confident Aspinall could beat him. I never really understood why people would pick Pavlovich in that matchup. For me, it was so obvious Aspinall was going to put his lights out or submit him. It was the golfing quality. If you just watch the way they fight, it was so obvious from before 295. Way before that, it was obvious. People just looked at the Pavlovich first round knockout streak, which to his credit was pretty impressive. But technique wise, for me, it was like no brainer on who was going to win that. So. Who you see next for Eubank Jr.? I think they're going to do the Ben rematch again, right? I'd like that. Jelton beating Ngannou too. Beats Ngannou too. I don't know about that. I think Ngannou puts his lights out. I can't lie. Don't watch Modern Boxing. I think it's boxing coming back. Boxing had a good run. What's next for AJ? I don't even know, Not a lot. I mean, he's pretty far away from the title picture. That Dubois finish was pretty brutal. Pretty brutal, that to be said. I mean, saying that, I've obviously got finished, but there was a couple of shots there near the end, right before he got knocked out, where he had the bar stumbling. Heavyweight boxing for you. Fine margins. Sergey Spivak is a first-round hip throw merchant. Yeah, he's too one-dimensional. Not good enough anyway. Loving boxing against him. Yeah, man. Last few years, I mean, you can morally talk about the whole sports washing stuff and Riyadh season and Turkey Al Sheikh, but if you're talking purely from a sporting perspective and just isolating that on its own, yeah, they do. It's doing very well. Have to be said. Way better than it used to be. And that's the reality. It's because people want so much money in boxing that when, the Saudis have enough money, a bottomless pit of it, essentially, they can just make everyone happy. So that's why we get the fights we want. That's crazy, Ivar. Can't lie. It's a great sport for all of its faults. Ben versus Eubank 5. What a fight, man. Honestly, unbelievable. That 12th round. Holy shit, incredible. I think my favorite boxing match of all time is Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano 2. And I think before that, it was their first fight, but their second fight was genuinely legendary. That was the only redeeming thing about Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson, was that as the co-main event. If you go watch that fight, you'll see what I mean. Phenomenal. Unfucking believable fight. I could not believe what I was seeing. I just had no idea. I could not believe it was better than the first fight. Because I already thought that fight was phenomenal. And I was like, there's no way it's going to get topped. And they did. They did exactly that. Go watch that fight if you haven't, please. If you want to love boxing, that's the one you want to see. Or Hagler versus Hearns. Hagler Hearns or Taylor Amanda Serrano 2. Phenomenal. Think it would take me on in a fight? Your name is Morbidly Obese Woman, so I don't know. If I'm honest. I don't know. I have no idea. I think the Pavlovich intrigue versus Aspinall was due to the fact that Pavlovich is the nuclear option and Tom does get hit. I never liked that line of thinking, to be honest with you. I never really agreed with that because if you go back and watch argument people made before that fight was the Blades first fight before he got injured, that 15 seconds, people say, yeah, Blades clipped him. Go watch it back in slow-mo. He doesn't touch Aspinall. I will agree, though, Tom does keep his chin up. Bad idea. and that's a bad habit, and I'm sure it's something he's been working on. But he doesn't really get hit. I'm gonna be real. I don't really agree with that. He barely gets clipped at all. Yes, Pavlovich touched him, but he took it well. He still gets hit way less than most heavyweights. Way less. And I just that's it, you know. Of course, it's a sliver of opportunity. I agree because it's heavyweight, man. Some of these guys, the top guys, hit hard. It doesn't take a lot. Could you take me in a fight? I think I probably could. I think I probably could. Pavlovich isn't really a good striker. I actually agree. I think his technique's overrated. Overrated. I mean, again, he's more of a flurry kind of striker. When he's got a good finishing instinct, that's what earned him that title shot over the line with those first round finishes. Was he has a very good instinct for finishing. When he knows someone's hurt, he does not hesitate to go for it, which a heavyweight is quite a dangerous thing to do, but it works all in his favor. People forget, man. What about Aspinall? I hope not. Pavlovich carried Blades. Yeah, he did. He did. I mean, that was crazy. I did not expect that to happen. I thought Blades would put him away, to be honest with you. Credit to him for that one. That win has aged well, and it will continue to age well. Blades is a really, really good fighter. Probably one of the best to not win a belt. Seriously. He kind of got stiff with matchmaking as well. I think he deserved a title shot at one point. Hmm. Picking Rizwan Kuniev against Blades. I don't know. Oh, is he the guy is he still fighting that guy? That fight got cancelled like twice, right? Is that still happening? Can't see it. Oh, there you go. Walnut is talking about him there. I don't know how good this guy is. I don't think anyone does. So, Eubank Senior said if Junior gets back in the ring, he will too. No, I mean that's just fighting talk. We know that's not happening. If you're talking about Eubank Junior, I don't know, man. I mean, if you're talking about Junior, again, as I said, the Ben rematch makes sense to me. I'd like to see him fight for a title, though. To be honest with you, maybe not in the next fight, but soon. Blaze versus Garn would have been cool. Yeah, it would have been. I think Blaze would beat him. I do. I mean, I think Garn lost to Volkov, but here we are. MMA judges suck. We know how it is. We know how it is. True bonbon, you might just stay out of the ring. Okay. I mean, I in a way, I get what you're saying. Like, it added to the narrative for that fight specifically, but I think outside of that, you know, he's trying to steal the thunder a little bit. I think, you know, I think there's a fine line. I don't think he rode it fine, to be fair. Rizvan is a better striker than Blades, and Blades won't be able to take him down. He looks jacked on his Insta right now. Yeah, but physiques don't mean everything in MMA. Don't mean everything. In combat sports, I mean, look at Tyson Fury. Guy looks like a tub of lard, and he's one of the greatest heavyweights to ever do it. So, Garn thought he lost to Volkov. Yeah, everyone thought he lost to fucking Volkov. Yeah. I mean, man, what were the judges smoking on that one? I was pissed. Pissed on that. Win of Canelo Crawford faces Eubank. Hell no. 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 That's like, they're completely different weight classes, no? Anyway, aren't they? Am I wrong? Butterbean, my goat. Yes, sir. Rizvan's on the juice. What does he look like? What's this guy, Rizvan Kuniev? I mean, what's like a recent picture of him on Instagram? This is for research purposes only, gentlemen. I mean, what am I looking for? I mean, where does he look? What am I supposed to be looking at here? On his story? I mean, he just looks like a big heavyweight, you know? I wouldn't say there's anything to write home about, per se. Maybe I'm wrong. Never touch another man's strawberry bomb runs. That you don't. He's put for juicing, has he? I mean, I don't know. Didn't know that. Why has my algorithm been flooded with power slap lately? I don't know. Thankfully, mine has not. But there has been that meme format going around with the power slap thing. I can't remember what it is, but I keep seeing it. People like rotoscope, like AI rotoscope people, and then it's like the power. I don't know. It's like a power slap clip. It is illegal. I mean, stealing is illegal, Specky. So I'd assume so. I think they are stupendous confectionaries. I think strawberry ones are. I haven't had one in time, but younger me, I fuck with them heavy, man. Not lie. Big time. Classic, mate. On the way home from school, run me up some sweets. Run me up some strawberry bonbons all day. He popped in his... Oh, he fought Renan Ferreira? Did he? They're absolutely a revolting concoction. I don't think concoction is the right word, right? Concoction is a... Doesn't that count as a liquid? It's a mixture of various ingredients or elements. I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. I think generally speaking, it's more used in terms of liquids, like a broth or a brew. But I'll give it to you. I mean, I don't agree, but I'll give it to you. He batted around Ferreira. Damn, did he? All right, fair enough. I'll take him seriously then. That's not a bad win at all. Bonbons good. You know it. You know it. I'm not really a big sweet guy anyway. I like them. I'm more of a chocolate kind of guy. Run me out. I've got a Twix in my bag, which is like, it's screaming at me right now because I haven't had my dinner. And yeah, it's like a... Do you know what I mean? It's like the evil voice in my head telling me to eat it right now, and I gotta stay clear right now. I gotta wait. Fruitella's clear. I fuck with them. Fruitella's are goated. Random aside, I think Dana White remains in his position. Yeah, he will for a few more years. I think he's too attached to it, man. I don't think see him leaving now. Twix is my favorite though. Yeah, Twix. Specky, literally, that's me, bro. That's my two favorite chocolate bars. Two of my two favorites. Oh man, give me a Twix. Oh. Literally me, bro. Quillan versus Yanar prediction. Is that the one on 316, right? Isn't Quillan a big favorite? I think we mentioned it earlier. Let me have a look. I'm not gonna pretend I know too much about the guys. Yeah, Quillan Sakid. He's the Aussie guy. I mean, who did he fight before? Is he making his debut? I swear I saw him fight before. Oh yeah, he knocked out Jubilee. That's it. Yeah. I'm gonna go with him. Sure. Fuck it. Gonna go with him. I don't know much about the other guy, but the odds seem to reflect. I mean, he's also 8-1, and he beat Trevor Peak, and he lost to Chris Duncan, which is no shame in that. And he's got... Oh, it's this guy. No, I've watched this guy fight. Yeah, he knocked out Sam Patterson. I was literally there for that at 286 in the O2. It's this guy. I remember him. Damn, yeah, that's a brutal finish as well. And Sam Patterson is that winner's age really well because Sam Patterson's gone on to do some great things in the UFC. I don't know. Tough one then. I take it back. It's closer than I thought. Dairy Milk's overrated, bro. Overrated. Malams, nah, they gam your mouth up too much, bro. Gotta down it with the shit ton of water. White Buenos are pretty goated, though. Yeah, Specky, you're spitting facts, bro. They're not as good as they used to be. They changed the recipe. Galaxy Ripple, nah, mid. Do you think Yaroslav Amoslov could make it in the UFC? I don't know who that is. Again, I don't know as much MMA as you guys do anymore. I don't know. Who has he fought? I mean, he beat Douglas Lima, to be fair, and Logan Storley. That's not bad. He got rid of Roberto Soldic. That's massive. I mean, bro, respectfully, if he can beat him, he can get into the UFC. Roberto Soldic is just legit as they come. I mean, yeah, sure. 100% he can beat him. Definitely, bro. Blake Stowe, nah, overrated. Not bad, but overrated. Chocolate tier list next stream. Honestly, might do that. Twix Rips, what about Milky Way? Underrated, bro. Underrated. The most underrated chocolate bar. I'm telling you. I said this the other day. Underrated as hell. One of the best chocolate bars ever. So slept on. Snickers, yeah. I fuck with Snickers too. Nah, they're not better than Milky Way though. Can't lie. Don't agree with that. Toblerone, yeah. I can take or leave Toblerone. They gam up your fucking teeth too much a little bit. That's my metric for that, you know? Kit Kat, I fuck with Kit Kat. I like it. Maltesers, also goated. 99 without a flake. Real. That's real as fuck. That's true. Paradox, you just came with a fucking proverb. Holy shit. I mean, yeah, I don't disagree. Not in the slightest. 99p's, yeah, I know, man. Fucking inflation. Fucking Brexit. I mean, to be honest, even before Brexit, we didn't even have 99p's, bro. I think I had 99p's when I was about 7. That's the last time. It's been fucking ages. How much are they now? Anyone tell me? Anyone know? I ain't had an ice cream in ages. How much is a 99 flake? Milky Way take makes my heart warm when I'm subscribed. My man, welcome fucking aboard. I'm glad. I mean, I know you were in last stream, so I assumed you were. Oh, you said glad I'm subscribed. My bad. Yeah, exactly. I assumed you were. You know it, bro. Milky Ways are so slept on. Freddo's more expensive. They are smaller now too. I know. I don't even want to know how much they are. No way a 99 flake is £3 now. No fucking way. No way. I don't believe it. I do not. No way. Ah. I've just read a Reddit thread. This was a year ago. In Plymouth and Dartmoor, they were 250. Nah, that's outrageous. And that was a year ago and in a different place. In London, yeah, it's probably about that. Holy shit, man. Mate, Wolf, exactly. I'm telling you, they used to be giant. I still love wagon wheels, but mate, they're tiny now. Oh, that's jarring. You get me annoyed. 2-3 quid, depending on where you are. Yeah, probably about 3. Nah, student, I'm not. This is what I mean. I feel like you're American because that's a common thing Americans mistake is Aussie accents for British ones. I'm from London, man. I've been in London my whole life. I don't really, I mean, I feel like, I don't understand the mix-up, to be honest with you. I feel like an Aussie accent is pretty different. Fruit Winders, never huge on them. Never huge on them, man. Jaffa Cake Shrunk, I know, bro. And then my favorite. Shrinkflation goes crazy. It's sad. Ah, yeah, Jaffa Cakes are tiny, man. God. They fucking shrunk the shit out of them. They shrunk the shit out of everything. Oh my god. Wagon wheels are too sweet. No, only the jam ones, Angel. Only the jam ones. The jam ones are too sweet. Jam ones are, I don't fuck with the jam ones. Regular wagon wheels, glass, man. And they're just the best. They're just too small now. Doesn't mean I won't demolish the whole share packet though, because I fucking will. Curly Whirlies, yeah, I've never really been big on them, to be honest, though. You know, it's basically like fucking a 25-minute main event in the UFC to get through one of those. So I never really was huge on them. But you guys are making me really hungry, and with that, I am gonna have to love you and leave you because I've got food to eat, and yeah, I'm fucking starving now, thanks to you guys. And that Twix in my bag is calling my name, and I can't touch it. But anyway, I'm gonna have to love you and leave you. Have a good morning, night, afternoon, evening, wherever you're at in the world. Stay safe. Obviously, stay hydrated because it's getting hot this week, and it has been this week. And I will see you on what day are we on? I don't even know. I'm losing track of time. I'll see you on Sunday.